Right. Hello, everyone. This is Shades of Ireland, presented by Patricia Hager. I am from Collette, and I'm the local business development manager, talking about the tour for you all today. A few things that you can expect when traveling with Collette. First of all, we are a guided tour company, and so you can expect hotel to hotel baggage handling. Full porterage is included in the tour, so those heavy suitcases, you do not have to worry about lugging them around because we'll take care of it for you. We have expert local guides. You'll have a tour manager with you for the entirety of the tour. You're going to be dining and sampling the local cuisine, experiencing the culture, and you're also getting preferred access to the sites and attractions. So you're skipping the lines so that you spend more time in the destination. We also have a lot of unique ways of getting around, and we have a lot of unique accommodations as well on tours, which I'll talk about, especially with this Shades of Ireland tour. We've been in business since 1918. This makes us the oldest tour operator in North America, setting us at about 107 years and counting. Things you'll expect on any tour with us, and especially this Shades of Ireland tour, you can expect to have fewer one-night stays. All of the hotels are going to be to 4.5 star hotel. And you're also going to see some situations where you can choose between two different options, and we call that choice on tour. 73% of our tours have this, and you'll present you with two different options, and you can select for no additional charge. Also, we stay in some very unique places. And again, you'll see we stay in a castle on this tour. So stay tuned until the end when we talk about that. But without further ado, welcome to Ireland. So from history-filled Dublin to the rolling green hills and dramatic coast, you're going to get the chance to experience Ireland's charm on a journey through the Emerald Isle. The itinerary, we're going to start. The first day, of course, is going to be an overnight flight, and that entire day is yours to do as you please, unpack. We're going to be flying into Dublin. From there, we're going to do a trip to Waterford. After spending a couple days in Dublin, we'll spend one night in Waterford. Then we'll go to Killarney, which is very close to the Ring of Kerry. And we'll also be stopping at the Cliffs of Moher on our way to Limerick for 2 nights. And then we'll stop at Kilbegan and then end up in King's Court. From there, we'll end up flying out of Dublin. And so this is a 9-day tour. You also have the option, maybe you've decided that you don't get to make it to this area all that often. And so why not tack on a pre-tour extension? We have a 3-night pre-tour to London. And we also have a 3-night post to Edinburgh. So you can expect on this tour specifically, you'll have a maximum of 44 travelers with you on tour with an average of about 37. And this is a level 2. Collette ranks all of their tours based on activity, meaning the physical requirement that you need to meet to be able to enjoy this tour at its fullest. For this one, you should be comfortable walking 2 to 3 miles over the course of the day at a leisurely pace. Being able to climb upstairs, roughly 2 flights of stairs at a time. And then also, because we're in a very historical location, the roads are also very historical. So you'll have to feel comfortable traversing all of these different kinds of streets, cobblestone streets, hilly roads, and things like that. This is a level 2, and it's definitely one of the more accessible tours that we offer. So after your first day, which is spent entirely just enjoying unpacking, maybe you want to go out for a light dinner, that is totally up to you. But on day 2, you're going to get a taste of old Dublin. So Dublin is Ireland's capital, and it's the largest city in the country. And so you'll see things like the Guinness factory, the Book of Kells at Trinity College. It's also known for its musicians. And you'll have you'll join some of your travelers for a welcome dinner, and it'll be a traditional Irish evening with some locals that'll be presenting, and you'll have some regional cuisine. That will be your first day, which mostly is going to be free time as well. And then on day 3, you're going to ride with a local guide to see St. Patrick's Cathedral, O'Connell Street, and of course the National Park and the historic Phoenix Park. Here's a picture of St. Patrick's Cathedral there. It is absolutely beautiful. And then here's another picture of O'Connell Street. And then after that, we give you free time. You are traveling with potentially 44 other people. And you'll see as we go on, we build in a lot of free time into this tour to make you customize the tour to your own liking and have your own experiences. Later, you might want to join an optional tour to the Guinness Storehouse, which is followed by a dinner at a contemporary restaurant, which showcases Irish cuisine. This is roughly a 4-hour experience. If you choose not to do this and you don't want to sample the Guinness, which is native to this area, you will have free time at this point. But this is a highly rated optional excursion. If you're going to Ireland, you have to go to the Guinness Brewery. And so we give you that option as well for an additional charge. Now, at this point on day 4, you're going to get the chance to step back in time as you begin your day in Kilkenny on the River Nore. And this medieval town, it dates back to the 12th century. It's definitely a smaller town. You just came from the hustle and bustle of Dublin. And so now you have a chance to take a breath of fresh air, quite literally, and relax and unwind here. You'll go on a leisurely paced walking tour in Waterford. And then you'll also get the chance to have a couple of options here. You can either go to the Waterford Crystal Factory or the Medieval Museum. Folks, this is entirely included in the cost of the tour, and you can just pick which one sounds better to you. On the tour of the Waterford Crystal Factory, you'll learn about how this exquisite crystal has been made for centuries and centuries and have the chance to speak with some of the locals about their livelihood. Or you may choose to visit the Medieval Museum for a guided tour, a glass of wine in the 15th century mayor's wine vault. So both of these options are fantastic, and it really just boils down to what you want to do. On day 5, we're going to be visiting the historic Blarney Castle. There's a picture of it there. And this was originally built in 1210. And it was restored in the 15th century. So it still maintains its medieval architecture, and you'll be able to peruse the grounds. Maybe you've seen a picture of this before, but this woman is kissing the Blarney Stone. The legend has it that those who kiss the stone are bestowed with the gift of eloquence, and there's a lot of different myths that your tour guide will be able to share with you, and you'll end up kissing the Blarney Stone if you feel adventurous that day. At this point, you'll enjoy a traditional jaunting car ride through Killarney National Park, which is world-renowned for its scenic views and dramatic landscape, and so you'll quickly come to fall in love with this area and wish to return. At this point, it's the diner's choice. You can it's included, and you choose the perfect spot from a menu of several different restaurants in Killarney. This is a potato stew, which is native to the region, but of course we give you a list of different local restaurants that you can try, and you can just pick which one sounds the best to you. Now, this is the Ring of Kerry. This is some of Ireland's most magical scenery. You'll take in the rugged coastline as you loop your way around these pristine beaches, quaint villages, and magical landscapes. In total, the Ring of Kerry is about 111 miles of magnificence, and it's a long circular route, and so you'll have the chance to take some pictures. Definitely get your cameras ready for this part. You'll stop here at the Gap of Dunlow, which is known for just the local artisans in the area. You'll have a chance to shop for some traditional Irish handcrafted goods. And this mountain here was formed about 25,000 years ago, and it's called the Gap because of the 5 lakes that are located in the Gap. At this point, the night is free, and you'll have some time to reminisce about the day as you get the chance to have an authentic taste of Irish culture, just like this woman in this picture is having now. On day 7, this is the highlight of the tour, according to a lot of our guests. And of course, if you're in Ireland, you have to go to the Cliffs of Moher. And so today, we're going to do just that. These are 700-foot high cliffs, and you'll be able to take in the mighty Atlantic and the Aran Islands. The cliffs are over about 350 million years old, and you'll be able to see you'll also see O'Brien's Tower as well as you kind of go along the Cliffs of Moher. And this is absolutely stunning. And then you'll continue on to Limerick to embark on a panoramic city tour, and you'll delve into the fascinating history of the city of the violated treaty. And it showcases King John's Castle, which is in the picture right there. And you'll definitely be taken back to the 13th century, which is when this was built, as you kind of peruse this medieval castle with your guide. You also get the chance to visit the famous Treaty Stone. It was originally the Treaty of Limerick. It was believed to have been signed in 1691, and so you'll have a chance to learn about the history of the area here. And here is another wonderful optional excursion. Again, if you choose not to do this, then the rest of the time is free to do as you please. But for this specifically, you're going to be having a medieval banquet. And this is very classic to the region. The city is sitting on these ancient battlefields and medieval fortresses. And so you'll sip some honey-rich mead and admire some ornate tapestries and royal furnishings in the castle before you'll sit down for a 4-course meal. And this is definitely something that you do not want to miss. Again, a medieval banquet when you're in the midst of such a historical landmark really is an irreplaceable experience. On day 8, you'll pass through the windswept limestone landscape of the Burin. Burin means the rocky place, and they're very creative. It is the rocky place, and it's about 250 square kilometers, or about 96 square miles in size. So you'll have the chance to take in this beautiful scenery here. You'll see as you're kind of going around, you'll sit through a sheepdog demonstration where you'll see the border collies chase these sheep and herd them, and you'll get to experience something very core to Irish heritage as you watch this happen in front of your eyes. Then you'll continue on to Galway, where you'll have a brief tour showcasing the city of tribes before you return to Limerick and a relaxing dinner at a local restaurant. And your journey will then bring you to Kilbegan, which is in the heart of Ireland, on day 9. This is known for its superb whiskey, and it has all of these different kinds of distilleries. And so you'll get a chance to have a taste of that here at a local distillery on day 9. At this point, you'll top your day off with an overnight stay on the regal grounds of the Cabra Castle. This is a historical castle that is now a hotel. Of course, all the rooms are renovated, but you really can tap into your inner royal here as you settle in after seeing so much of what Ireland has to offer. You'll have a wonderful farewell dinner here in the castle, and you'll have delightful views from the castle over the Cavan countryside, which is famous for its beautiful lakes. It is really a fantastic way to end what has already been such a wonderful tour. So at this point, your journey will come to an end in King's Court, and that is where you may end. At this point, you may have decided to do the London pre-tour extension. So if you decide to do the London pre-tour extension, first of all, you'll fly into London, and then you'll experience London, which is just the esteemed capital of the United Kingdom. It's often described as a world within a city, so it really is. It's an entirely different world once you land. You'll navigate the city with a local expert on day 3, and you'll hop on the famous metro that they have, which is called the Tube. Take a walk down the Westminster area, Buckingham Palace, the Houses of Parliament, and then you'll stroll through Trafalgar Square And at that point, you'll have the rest of the time to at leisure to do as you please. On day 4 of this pre-tour extension, you might want to take advantage of the included ticket to go to the Tower of London, to peek into the city's storied past and uncover the secrets of this 11th century fortress. And then on day 5, you'll wish London goodbye as you transfer to Dublin for the main part of the tour. Now, maybe you've ended in Cabra Castle and you really just, that is not enough time. A lot of people will opt for the post-tour extension. And so this is a hosted extension, meaning that you'll enjoy a mix of independent exploration and guided sightseeing and experiences. So from the Cabra Castle, and you'll end up going to Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland, and it's a city steeped in history, known for its pubs. You'll be able to have some Scottish cuisine with dinner at a local restaurant tonight on day 10. On day 11, you'll delve into the heart of Edinburgh as you take a guided walking tour of the famous Royal Mile. You'll be able to peruse the many shops, do some shopping, make the people at home feel really jealous with all of these knickknacks that you'll pick up along the way. Inside the walls of Edinburgh Castle, you'll be able to see some of the medieval armor and the Scottish crown jewels. And on day 12, the day is yours to explore as you like. Maybe take a tour in Edinburgh's famous vaults or visit the Palace of the Holyrood House and just soak it in because you are on vacation after all. At this point, you'll give a farewell pat to, this is the Greyfriars Bobby, excuse me, as you depart for home. And this is known to give you good luck and really a great way to end with a bang for such a wonderful tour. Now, at this point, for just a few housekeeping things as well, when you travel with us, we do include a hometown pickup. I'll have to talk with the wonderful Pat Hager here to determine what the address of that might be, but you can expect to have something like this included. We'll pick you up from one address and take you to the airport. Once you finish tour, you'll be picked up and taken back to that same address. So you don't have to deal with all of the Ubers, leaving your car at the airport. We'll take care of it for you. It's included in the cost of the air. Speaking of air, you can also opt for elite airfare as well. So this is things like premium economy, business class. So you can also do that through our air. We include a lot of dining experiences, optional excursions. You can tack on pre-nights and post-nights, and of course the tour extensions for this tour specifically. You can do London at the beginning or Edinburgh at the end. It really is your choice. And I highly recommend you take advantage of being on vacation and seeing these wonderful places. So also, I highly recommend that you opt into the insurance. The insurance really is best in class. 24 hours prior to departure, you can cancel for any reason and get a full cash refund minus the cost of the insurance. And this really is something that I would highly recommend because I'd rather you buy it and regret buying it than not buying it at all. So 24 hours up to 24 hours prior to departure will give you a full cash refund. This also covers medical assistance, evacuation, baggage loss or delay, flight delay, repatriation. It's a full suite medical coverage. If you're curious, it's through TravelX, and it is a fantastic insurance program. Also, the more you travel with us, the more you save. So we'll automatically apply this to your next tour, so you don't have to do a thing. But if this is your first tour with us, the next tour that you go on, you'll have at a discounted rate, which comes from the price that you pay on this tour. So it is really a fantastic program that we offer travelers. Also, please make sure that your passports are up to date. We recommend up to 8 months beyond the travel date to the country is how far you should have your passport updated. So just make sure you do that before you travel. If you're interested in learning more, you can go to this link here, gateway.gocollette.com/link/126458. and that'll have all of the itinerary. You can sign up there. It'll mention what hotels we're staying at and everything that you might need to make a decision on going or not. So what you can expect. So Shades of Ireland, this is a tour that runs from the 5th of September to the 17th, which that's not including those pre's and post extensions. All we would need by the 6th of March is a $698 deposit. If you want to get the insurance, which again, I highly recommend you do, $549 in addition to that would be due by the deposit due date. After the deposit due date, you can pay in whatever increments you want, with the total cost being $5,899 for the double occupancy per person, plus $549 per person insurance. If you decide to put down a deposit and you pay for the insurance, and then a few days later you say you decide you don't want to go, we'll give you a full refund, including the insurance, up until that deposit due date.
Okay.
So thank you so much. This really is a wonderful trip. Thank you, Pat, for hosting all of these wonderful people. And I really do hope you decide to join us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.